everyone's attention, please.
Hey, yo, people over there. May I have your attention, please? I would like to please introduce to you one Mr. Thomas Kobler.
Well, good evening, and thank you all for coming. As Ryan said, my name's Camcorder, and I'm really happy to be here today. How about all of you? Are you happy to be here? On behalf of Richard and Nancy, and I saw them here somewhere. There's Richard.
There's Nancy.
Nancy's in the back. She's making sure everybody got in. And Dory and myself, we really want to welcome you and thank you all for coming to this special event tonight. We have people here from all over the country. Washington State, Utah, Colorado, Connecticut, Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and I think that's just the wedding party. And of course, we want to thank the Lynch family for letting us all join this party here in Des Moines and for welcoming us into their homes and their lives over this last several months. I'm going to take care of a few housekeeping items before we get started. First, for those of you who have children, and this doesn't include those adults acting like children, your children are invited to participate fully in the evening. I mean, we plan this around kids, but, you know, and if I'm not mistaken, there's even a dance or two later on for them to participate in, so keep them around a little bit when the dancing starts. If for any reason, however, your children need to get a break from you, there are two young ladies who will love to help you out. And they're not here just yet. They're on the way up the elevator, so we may introduce them as they get here so you can see who they are. But their names are Anna and Emma, and they're going to be located one floor below us on the 33rd floor. And if you need to drop your child off, you just drop them in the elevator. Yeah. Just go down one floor and just sit off the elevator, and there's a room that you'll be driven to. It's right off the elevators. And they've got games and videos, and I'm going to go down there later myself. So we will introduce them as soon as they come up, so you get to see who they are. And 34 floors is a long way to come up on an elevator. Second, after I'm done here, we'd like to gather for 2 more pictures. Thought we were done, didn't you? And we're going to do it right in this area here. The first one is going to be for any current or alumni of Luther College. And that'll be the biggest unruly group, I think. And the other one is then for the Roosevelt High alumni. I guess I was wrong. Third, I wanted to mention that the bar is going to be open all evening. And for Connie's benefit, if you need a taxi later on the night, just feel free to ask the staff here at the Des Moines Club, and they'll be happy to order you one at any time in the evening. So, next we're going to continue. We're going to give you some time to continue to visit, enjoy this great food out here. Food will be out here until about 9:30 or so. So take your time. You'll notice there are not enough tables. That's planned. So those who are sitting and get done eating, stand up and let other people eat when you get a chance. And that will go until about 9:30. And then the cake will be cut in about an hour. And the music for dancing will begin right about that time as well. There'll be some additional food around 11 if you want to stick around for that. And we're going to try and wrap up around midnight. By the way, can you please join me in thanking Diane and Emra for this, and the rest of the staff of the Des Moines Club for doing such a great job. Okay, do we have Emma and Anna up here yet? No. Okay. If you want to meet them, they'll be on the 33rd floor. I think many of us, as we look back over our lives, have sometimes wondered, if I knew coming out of college what I know today, would I have done anything differently? Dory and I have been married 38 years. and I've been in the workforce over 40, and I believe Nancy and Richard to be in that same ballpark. And so it's natural as parents that we want to advise your children, even 28-year-old children, of things that we learned along the way. Things that might help them avoid trials that we struggle through in our lives together. There are so many things we want for our children, and of course they're always so receptive of our advice. But today I think I'd just boil it down to 2 areas. The first relates to the union that Amber and Ryan have just created. This is a very special day for you two, and we wish every day going forward would be just like today for you. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that it's probably not going to be that way. There are going to be some great days, and there's going to be some not so great days. What you do with the not so great days may be some of your biggest challenges going forward. Remember, marriage is a full-time job that requires many of the skills you use in your working world. Listening, negotiation, compromise, and follow-through. I'm sure I could have done a better job of that if I was aware of it sooner. But since Richard and I are still married to your moms, I hope we four have been good role models for you too. Don't ever give up on your marriage. Fight for it. 40 years from now, you'll be happy you did. The second area relates to work-family balance. Our work, perhaps outside of our sleeping, is our greatest demand on our time. You're both gaining traction in your careers and will be pressed by your employers at various times, or perhaps all of the time given today's current employer demands, to work 10, 12, and 14-hour days on a regular basis in order to get ahead at the firm. From my experience, very few companies reward you for this behavior. As a friend of ours recently stated, after 20 years of service with one company, she received a lapel pin as recognition, and it was quickly forgotten. I do recommend you try to make sure you have jobs you enjoy and that you do your job. But work hard to maintain a balance between your work and family. The family is where you will leave your legacy, not at work. I look back at all the groundbreaking things I did in my career, and I'm proud of the companies I initiated and all the things I did. But no one else really remembers or cares. On the other hand, family is something that is lasting, where you leave your mark, whether you mean to or not. Amber and Brian, your mom and I, and Richard and Nancy are so proud of the people you have become. We hope you will work hard to be there for each other, have a family, and provide each other and your children with the time, the love, and the value system that we, your parents, hope we have provided you to make you as wonderful as you turned out today. We love you so much. Please join me in toasting Ryan and Amber that they will have a long and happy life together.
So we will have Luther people first.